All right, guys, welcome back to 59 Gaming, and today we are back with another fan-made card little video here. And of course, it is time for the one, the only Int Gogeta. Yes, a lot of you have been waiting for this card to get his EZA so he can trump the STR one, because that's literally what the STR one did to the Int one all those days ago. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Here are all of our picks for the best fan-made cards. And of course, if you have not been able to do so yourself, or you want to submit your own card for next time, make sure you follow us over on all of our social media. We always post, especially on the Twitter page, the next form, so you guys can check it out and everything like that. And then if you want to, submit your next card. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it.
All right, guys, so I'm going to go for my pick of the Super Gogeta EZA. As you guys can see on the screen here, again, my monitor's to this side, so I'm going to be looking this way. It's imp_mercy. So we all know he's going to be a super int key 3, 130% attack and defense in HP, or extreme int 3 key, 90% to all stats. So new super attack effect would be immense damage and greatly lowers attack and defense, so that's really good. You know, pretty much standard. Just the greatly part is better, so that's good. And then of course the new passive skill is 120% attack and defense, because he definitely needs defense. Attacks again effective against all types, so they keep that. Then guards against all types, which is pretty cool, because as you guys will see, I put out a video talking about what I want to see in Gogeta, and I said, look, I want him to be defensive, so guarding is great. And he is a movie heroes allies key 1 attack and defense up 15%, or fusion allies key 1 attack and defense 15% up. I think this is the most realistic. Maybe not. I want him to have guarding just because I want him to be defensive, but they might not give that to him. They just might give him more defense per key sphere obtained, which is kind of similar to the STR Gogeta, where he got 7% attack per key sphere, rainbow key sphere obtained. Well, here it's just like, just give him any key spheres and he'll just give more defense. Like, I think that's possible, but ideally I would like the guarding. 10%, 15%, that might be good. That might work. But they might just, if they ever did that, they might just cap down to 10%. But overall, this is actually very realistic, and I thoroughly want this Super Gogeta, the Int one, to be a defensive unit, because we have the attacking option, which is the strength, and then the LR is an LR. He's offensive and defensive. But I would like a tank, because fusions and movie heroes need a tank. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's my pick. Again, shout out to imp_mercy. Good card. All right, moving on to the next person.
Hey guys, Marsningen here, and this is my pick. So shout out to Aviation Dokon for this one. So the new revised EZA leader skill, the 120 leads, we kind of know the format that they get for their leader skill after they EZA. So this guy has put that exactly, the super types in for 130 stats 3 key, extreme int types 3 key and 90%. I did see some of the people, as I was scrolling through this list, put some pretty wild suggestions, which I'm sure it would be fun to see, but we kind of know what the leader skill is going to be. But moving on to the super attack effect. So remember, currently he does immense damage and lowers attack and defense. So with his EZA, this particular build has added raises attack and defense for 3 turns. And I really like this for the Gogeta, mainly because Gogeta has always been one of those cards, because he has type advantage and can lower attack. I think he's been one of those units, even the STR one, you'd probably argue, really good for giving a lot of additional in the hidden potential system. So this really capitalizes on that by having him be able to stack that raises attack and defense a couple of times. So if you do get the additional super attack, you are raising your attack and defense twice within the same turn. So this is going to help him out massively on some of the more difficult modes. If you can get those multiple supers off in one turn, it's going to massively increase his defense, as well as obviously on modes like Super Battle Road, where you can do that, you're going to be lowering the enemy's attack twice. So that kind of shores up the main issue with this Int Gogeta, which that pre-EZA, he just doesn't have any defense. So his new revised passive skill, attack and defense 130%. Again, this is like the main issue that the Int Gogeta only had attack before, really. So we've gone from 120 to 130 for both. And then fusion category allies, 10% attack and defense, and plus 5% chance to perform a crit. Movie heroes category allies, 10% attack and defense, and 5% chance to perform a crit. So again, like a lot of those support units, this can be doubled up. So any fusion movie heroes units on the team are going to be getting a 20% and a 10% chance to crit. So I think that's really good. Movie heroes is a team that occasionally a unit comes out that can go on the team, but it doesn't really have any sort of dedicated supports. Like we recently got on global the Int Trunks from the World Tournament, who is a movie heroes support unit, but he doesn't even have an awakening even on JP. So this guy being able to give a little bit of support to the movie heroes team is definitely good. And so then of course he still has attacks effective against all types, and then he performs an additional attack that has a great chance, 70%, to be a super attack when attacking a transformation boost or movie bosses category enemy. So obviously focused around the fight against Janemba, as those are the two probably biggest categories that Janemba is in. I do like this as well because this goes really nicely with his super attack effect. And again capitalizes on the fact that if you'd already built your Gogeta to have a decent amount of additionals, it means when you're fighting against a transformation boost or movie bosses enemy, he could potentially super attack 3 times in that one turn. And each time he's raising his attack and defense. So again, in a mode like Super Battle Road, even with no items active, if this guy gets off 3 super attacks, especially if they're against the enemy that's going to be attacking him, not only is he stacking his defense multiple times, but he's lowering that enemy's attack multiple times. So then he's just going to take double-digit damage even with no item active. So I do think it's a powerful build, but I don't think it's incredibly overpowered, and I think it would make him very useful in, you know, basically every mode. Like you could still argue once you get into modes where you can't lower attack, like say the legendary Goku event, maybe as you start to get towards the end of that event, he's not going to be necessarily tanking for double digits, but he is at least, especially if he gets multiple supers, going to be able to defend pretty well, which of course is the main issue the Int one has currently before his EZA. So good work on that one, Aviation Dokkan, and yeah, that is my pick for the Int Gogeta EZA.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gale here, back again with the fan-made cards. This time around, we're going to be doing Int Gogeta. Thank you so much to the previous content creator for showing off their card. Now I'm showing off Inferno's card. So hopefully this one is a good one. I'm looking forward to talking about his card and seeing what he's provided to Int Gogeta. One of the old, amazing cards that unfortunately has been power crept quite drastically. Of course, it's been nearly 4 years actually since his original inception. So looking forward to seeing what he's provided in Gogeta. So his revised leader skill is pretty much the same as the other 120 leads once they got their EZA, 130, 90%. Perfectly fine. We move on. No need to talk about that anymore. The new revised super attack effect he's given Gogeta is greatly lowers attack and defense. Now, I do think it's perfectly predictable that might be the thing they do and leave it at that. However, I do feel they might give him a bit more, just like Super 17, you know, because of this iconic status and, you know, his capabilities. I have a feeling they won't do like a crazy amount to him, but they'll just give him probably like greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and then greatly lowers attack and defense. I think that'll leave him not too OP, but gives him that defense that he also needs, you know, on top of whatever he gets from his passive. So I think that would be perfectly fine. If they really wanted to make him like super amazing, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and then greatly lowers attack and defense, I think that would be like crazy to think. But I think I'll be happy if they do that, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and then of course what Inferno mentioned. But really good idea still from Inferno. I think that's the bare minimum they will do. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they do the bare minimum or they go further, you know. The new revised passive skill from Inferno is attack and defense 120%. We'll go part by part for this because there's a lot to dissect. There's like 4 different mechanics he has there. So I think that's perfectly fine. The defense is required 100%. I do believe it should be pushed to, however, attack and defense 130 or 1 140 or 150. It should be between 130 to 150, one of the three ranges, and I think, or one of the three numbers, I should say. And that's supposed to be his attacking defense. I personally think that would be perfect for him. This again is the bare minimum. I have a feeling Inferno is going to be going for that bare minimum option to kind of keep those expectations at a bare minimum. I'm saying that word far too many times, but we'll roll with it. You know, so I do believe that's the case. I still appreciate it. I think that'll be perfect. Again, I'm gonna say it for, you know, the 70th time at this point, but it's the bare minimum, so I'll take that. Attacks effective against all types. Perfect, stays as is. I don't think they need to change anything. I don't think they can do any more with that than they already have, you know. So perfect, stay as is. Medium chance to evade enemies' attacks. Now, this is where I think I would like to change it entirely. I think medium chance to evade enemies' attacks is great. I'd enjoyed it even more if there was like a high chance to guard enemies' attacks, or even a medium chance to guard enemies' attacks, because Gogeta, well, technically did have a bit of, you know, dodging going into him, but I do feel the guard thing was also quite prevalent as well when, you know, he got punched by Janemba, but he didn't, you know, feel anything effectively or something along those lines. You know, it would be cool to see guard more than evade, just generally as well. I'd prefer guard, because I think evade, while is a great mechanic, it's a bit too RNG, and I mean, yeah, it's a chance anyways for both. I'm saying there's a chance to guard as well, but I have a feeling that guard, at least, you know, you're not taking enough damage, and especially on stages where evasion can be negated, I think it would be better to have guard as an option, you know, instead of an evade option. Medium chance to launch an additional super attack. I think that's perfectly fine. I think especially with him being able to greatly lower his attack and defense, that's going to be fantastic for something like Super Battle Road, and especially because everybody should have their Gogeta's hidden potential to be where he basically additionals all the time rather than crits. You know, you're bound to be getting additionals quite often, especially if you have the medium chance to launch an additional super attack. So people are going to be rocking that greatly lowers attack and defense on like extreme versus extreme tech, or, you know, fusion or something like that. So amazing addition there. I'd love to see what how he ends up being, because I think this is a fantastic bare minimum card, like I say. And I think it'll be fantastic to see what my homie can do in the end, what Akatsuki will do to Super Gogeta, because he was one of the best cards once upon a time ago. Unfortunately, as I mentioned at the start, Power Creep has kind of dealt a bad hand on Gogeta, unfortunately, so we'll see what happens. But I think that's all from my end and Inferno's end. Thank you so much to Inferno once again for sharing his card. I appreciate that. And obviously we at 5-9 appreciate all of you guys for sharing your cards. But I will hand it over to the next content creator who will be sharing another fan's card, so stay tuned.
Hello guys, this is Samlate from 59 Gaming, and today I am reviewing one of the fan-made cards you submitted for the new Gogeta EZA. So yeah, we wanted to hear how you would make the card, and I picked the version from Thiago Carneiro. So thank you very much for your submission, and with that said, let's go over his kit. Alright, his leader skill is Super Int type Key +3 and 130% to stats, and Extreme Int type Key +3 and 90% to stats. That's pretty much expected since the Broly, Super 17 and Kid Buu got the same leader skill pretty much. His super attack is raises defense for 1 turn, causing immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense. I like this a lot. He greatly lowers attack and defense. I guess we will pretty much get that for sure, and he also raises defense for 1 turn. Yep, defense is pretty important in the current meta, so yeah, I hope that we will get that. His passive skill is attack up 140% and defense plus 100% from the start of turn. I think we'll get that exactly. I don't think that the defensive buff won't be as high as the attack buff, so yeah, this is pretty realistic. And yeah, here we go with the rest. This is pretty unique, I like that. Chance of launching an additional attack plus 7% with each key sphere obtained, up to 70%. Chance of the additional to become a super attack plus 5% per int key sphere obtained, up to 70%. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, int excluded to int key spheres when all allies are in the fusions category, and attacks effective against all types. So yeah, he will definitely keep the super effectiveness against all types, but what I love about this kit is the fact that this is pretty unique, and it gives me an incentive to run a full fusions team. And yeah, that's what the team needs, because fusions right now is not the best, and yeah, super int really needs some help as well. So if you run a good card that can change orbs if you don't run a full fusions team, this kit, yeah, can be used pretty much. So yeah, thank you very much, Thiago, for submitting this version of Gogeta. Yeah, I definitely hope that this Gogeta will help out fusions in some possible way, maybe support type passive with ki and attack and defense buff, but I don't think that fusions will need a buff in terms of ki because of links like Over in the Flash and Fuse Fighter. But yeah, fusions need help, and this kit was pretty unique, so I picked that one. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for all the EZA Int Gogeta card submissions. We got over 150 this time around, and we really appreciate all of them. The person I picked today, oh, by the way, it's Gogeta. Sorry, I don't got the face cam on tonight. Your boy Kai just woke up, and I was trying to get this out as soon as I could. But yes, as of right now, I went ahead and picked Thanos. Thank you so much, my boy. What is the new revised EZA leader skill? Just like the other 120% leads. So yeah, you know, 130% across the board. It's still very, very good. What is the new revised super attack that you made? You did raise his defense for 1 turn, immense damage, massively lowers attack and defense. I like that a lot. Especially, you know, raising the defense, because that's exactly what I would want. Just have him, you know, raise defense for 1 turn would be really, really cool. So definitely like that a lot, man. Great idea, great idea. And then his passive skill we have is 130% attack and defense. Attack super effective against all types, all fusion category allies, attack and defense of 20%. I like that a lot. Giving him some type of support passive is very cool, dude. So I didn't even think about them doing that. I think that's that is a very good add-on. Performs a guaranteed crit if enemy's attack is lowered, and then performs an additional super if enemy defense is lowered. This is exactly why I picked it, because I absolutely love that. The guaranteed crit doesn't really help that much because he's effective against all types, right? So maybe they could do something else, or they just leave it, you know, like how it is, because you did a great job with this. So I definitely like the idea behind, you know, giving him some type of extra oomph to his passive skill. So I think that was a really good move, bro. So I really appreciate that. And then you put high chance to dodge if there's a movie boss category enemy. So I would actually say give him just a high chance to dodge in general. You know, kind of make him like the other AGL Gogeta unit a bit. Give him some type of dodge mechanic. Maybe he could have a dodging, like he has a 25% chance to dodge, and then every time he dodges it goes up by 5% up to that high chance of 50. So that would be pretty cool. They could do something like that to make them more balanced if they want to go ahead and do that. But other than that, I think this is a great card. I really appreciate the submission, my friend Thanos. I love the username. So again, this is Gotcha Talks, and we'll see you guys in the next guy. See you guys later.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Sly here, and I'm back with another video. This time it is going to be a video for the 5-9 Gaming channel, where we asked you guys to send in your ideas of what you would like to see for the Super Gogeta EZA, and we go through the list and we all pick a different one. I happen to choose Mitos. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name in advance. So let's get right into his idea for the EZA for Gogeta. So for the leader skill, he has super in key 3, 130% to stats, and extreme type key 3 to 90% to extreme int. I'm pretty sure that's how that works for the others. I would have to double check, but that's a pretty good leader skill. You know, standard, that is how it is for the others. I'm pretty sure. Again, I have to double check, but it's a pretty good leader skill. So I also have the old information for pre-EZA for the Gogeta up, so I can compare. So for Mitos EZA, the super attack, he has greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, causes immense damage to enemy, and lowers attack and defense. That I would love in a heartbeat, because that's 50% to attack and defense for 3 turns. That's what Physical Vegito Blue has, minus the lowered attack and defense. But I would love that. That's fantastic. I would take that super attack modifier any day. That's amazing for him. So for the passive, he has attack and defense plus 150%. That's insane, but it's possible. And I'll get to it in a second. Attack effective against all types. You know, obviously that's what the old one has. Final trump card or other World Warriors category allies. Key +2 attack and defense plus 30%. That's amazing. And that would be great on a Final Trump card. And the fact he even included other World Warriors is another massive buff, because that category is dead, no pun intended. But that category needs a lot of help, and that would be a beautiful upgrade to that category. That's amazing. I would love that. And then guard activated against all attacks when transformation boost category enemy is present. That's insane. Guard activated, that would be great. Now granted, it is conditional, but I understand where he's coming from, because Janemba is a transformation boost enemy. So I understand where he's coming from with that, and that's actually pretty unique. I would love that. Do I think it would happen? No, but that would actually be great. But going back to the attack and defense plus 150, I believe it is possible for the attack to go to 150, but I don't think you would get the defense 150. Because on top of the stats that he gets when he EZAs, thankfully the wiki has the EZA information for Rainbow, because at Rainbow he'll have almost 20,000 attack and almost 11,000 defense. Do I think he'll get 150% defense and passive and then another 50% from the super? No. Do I see the defense maybe being 50% with 150 attack? Yes, that seems a little bit more likely. However, of course, everyone wants Gogeta to be busted, but attack and defense both 150, maybe not. Attack, yes. Defense, maybe 50%, and that would be a little bit more realistic. But either way, I found this to be a great idea for the EZA. I loved it, which is why I chose it. You know, there was I think over 200 to choose from. So this one stood out to me the most. It's pretty simple. It seems a little overboard, but it seems tame for the most part. It's not an impossible EZA. But just a few tweaks to it, like I said, maybe, you know, obviously I'm becoming a broken record. Defense 50%, attack 150. The guard I don't think would happen, but I would love to see it. However, the support I would love. If they touch nothing else, besides his super attack modifier and the passive, and they gave him that support, he would already be great, because like I said, Other World Warriors needs as much help as it possibly can get. And then, you know, Final Trump card is already stacked as is. It doesn't really need the help, but it's a nice addition to it. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty great EZA. I would love to see this personally. I agree with you, Mito. Props to you. I would love this. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Pretty short and sweet, because Talon is putting this all together into one video. So shout out to Talon while he's editing this. And yeah, I'll see you all on the next one. Take care. Have a great day.
All right, everyone. So there you go. All of us were able to give our own personal thoughts on your fan-made cards. And again, of course, we appreciate every single one of you who submitted your own cards. And unfortunately, as with everything, there's just so many that we can't do all of them, obviously. So, but hopefully for next time, your card can go and be submitted. By the time you're seeing this video, for once, actually, it is out before the actual card details are revealed. So if you are watching this after the card is actually revealed, compare these cards now to the official reveal and tell us which one you prefer. Or if you have an idea for a Gogeta card that was not able to be submitted, or you simply just want to leave it in the comments and let us know what it is, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments and we will take a look as well. So anyway, I've been Talon, guys. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you follow us over on all our social media pages. Link down in the description of that in below. And it's the next, everyone. We'll see you all in the next one. Johnny.